I want to do a little video about something we used to do back when I was at the School of Infantry. I actually first saw these in action when I was in Salk School, 1st Marine Brigade, and then saw it again when I was at the School of Infantry. And I'm not even sure what to call it, but we'll call it a tactical squad or patrol sand table. And we used to carry these, the tactical instructors. For some reason, we carried them in Crown Royal bags. I'm not sure what that was all about, but obviously that's not important. But basically, it consisted of a few little plastic soldiers, a squad's worth, and some paracord of different colors. Now, back in the day, we didn't have all these crazy colors. We actually used yarn, but I found that yarn would pick up debris and leaves and small pieces of sticks and get kind of crazy. So I think the colored paracord, now that that's available, is a much better option. And although we didn't carry the toilet paper, MRE toilet paper, in our packs, we always had that. So that very often this would be a stand-in for a truck or a bunker. But we did have little pieces of cardboard, and here I've replaced the cardboard with little pieces of coroplast, which is corrugated plastic, or the same thing as cardboard and plastic. And we would put colored arrows on them. And then sometimes we'd have little pieces that were just blank, and they would designate different things. What I'm getting at here is if you're going out with a patrol and you're going to set up an ambush, you would actually find you a piece of sand or dirt, and you would actually make a kind of a rough sand table so that you could brief your squad or your fire team or whatever you were taking out, and show them how the ambush was going to go. Let's say this is a road or a trail. Let's say it's a road, and there's some railroad tracks coming across it. Well, I might designate that, and forgive me for the shakiness here, but I'm holding this. I may designate that this color of paracord is railroad tracks. And I may decide, let's say, I'm just making this up on the fly, we're going to ambush a patrol that's coming down this road when they get to the railroad tracks. And what I would do is I would lay out my men according to how I was going to have them laid out. And you can stand them up. I think I actually at one point had gone through, or as we used to say, rat fucked a bunch of Army Man sets so that I had nothing but the laying down guy, which this set did not come with laying down guys. This is a little $3 set I picked up just for this video. And anyway, I had all laying down guys, so that, because it was just to show how we were going to set up an ambush. And so I got fire team over here. I got a fire team. Let's see, I'm gonna, well, and see this one guy, he's got a white tip. That would always be the squad leader, and I would designate him with some white paint on the tip. Very easy to do. And also, if you'll recall, the old Army men sets had a machine gunner squatting behind. I think it was a water-cooled 30 cal. This set again doesn't have that. I don't know if they even make those Army men anymore. Like I said, this is something I just picked up at a 5 and dime. But I would always have our crew served weapons designated by that. And it was really cool to do that, because then you could really make it clear to your men. And that's the whole point of this, is you're trying to make it very clear to your men. I'm missing a guy. Oh, here he is. You can make it very clear to your men who was going where. So I'd lay these guys out, and let's say there's a stream that follows along. You would always use the red or the blue to designate the stream, and then I have some other colors here if you needed those to designate something. And say I'm going to have claymores to actually initiate the ambush. I could set those up and say those are claymores. So what I got now is I've got this little sand table or diorama, whatever you want to call it, and I can show my men when I'm doing the warning order, the patrol order, the 5-paragraph order, SMEAC, I can actually show them how we're going to initiate this ambush. Now, I would never, and I don't think I ever saw anybody at SALT school use Army men to designate the enemy. You know, you can get all psychological about why we didn't. But once I got to School of Infantry, some guys would have an opposing color to designate the enemy. But if you just look at this, what I threw up real quick, just making it up, what I've got here is I've got my flank security, I've got my ambush, main body ambush, I've got my terrain features, I've got my claymore set up, and it's really easy to bring in a squad of men, a patrol, and show them what the ambush is going to look like. Now, this is invaluable. We did not teach this at the School of Infantry, but the tactic instructors used it to teach. So my guess is that a lot of privates left the School of Infantry and went on to their units and retained this and probably built their own little kits. You know, I don't know a name for this. You know, I actually Googled it beforehand to see if I could figure out what it was called. And I Googled patrol sand table, squad sand table, tactical sand. You know, I didn't know what to call it. But this is what we would build. And they really came in handy. You just throw them in a little bag in your butt pack, and you could whip it out anywhere that you were given a mission, and show how you were going to set it up. And it just helps your men to understand their role and how the operation was going to go out. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Didn't know if this is something people used very often. Like I said, in my little world, we used it quite a bit. Thanks for watching.